Hey there, what's up? I'm Jae Chong, and I am the chef and owner of Jae Chong Eats.
What's up, friends? Welcome back to Jae Chong Eats. Welcome to Jae Chong Eats.
And then the goodness. There, friends, egg drop soup, homies. I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and I've been here for a little over 4.5 years, going strong on 5. And Asheville is a great little mountain town, and I'm so grateful to be here. I took a risk when I quit my job as an executive sous chef for Katie Bun Restaurants here in Asheville, North Carolina. And that was in February of this year. Then the global pandemic happened. And here I am, determined to start my own business. And it just so happened to be when the whole world was shut down.
Hi, Ginseng. This is Ginseng. Oh, my sweet little puppy.
So pretty much Jae Chong Eats are frozen dumplings, farmers markets, cooking classes, virtually and live, private dinners, and pop-ups.
Hi, friends. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Jae Chong Eats Insta Live. I'm so happy you're here joining.
I grew up in Toronto, Ontario, born and raised, and I am a first-generation Cantonese-Canadian. You know, I had a pretty good experience living in Toronto. I started playing soccer at 6 years old. I went and watched one of my cousins play, and he was a couple years older than me, and I just remember thinking that that's what I wanted to do. And so I just stuck with soccer. I believe that it allowed me to express myself. So, you know, being born and raised in Toronto, moving to South Mississippi on a soccer scholarship at 19, coming out when I was in college was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. Growing up, I always knew I was different. I knew that there was something within me that was a little different from the rest of my friends, and until going to college and being my own, I came to terms with my sexuality. And I don't think if I stayed in Toronto to go to school and continue education and live there, that I would be able to live my best life.
Well, the day is here, and we have our dim sum trio pop-up reunion. Myself, pun intended, and pastry chef Beth Kellerhouse. This is Beth, pastry chef Beth right here. This is Shawnee. Hey! It's all the good food that we got going on.
I think I've always cooked, even as a teenager growing up. I changed careers at 35. I'm currently 43. But when I chose to shift and cook professionally, it just got to the point where I love cooking, you know, and I was always cooking at home, and I always found that I was in my happy place when I was in the kitchen. I felt safe, and I felt I was in my element. That's when I just decided to go to culinary school. We're still, current day, you know, quite unsure of what the future holds, but I still took that risk. We're about to close out the year, and I am my own business owner, and I'm so grateful. I've learned to accept these challenges in my life. I wouldn't change I would never ever change who I am, because, you know, being queer is such a big part of who I am. That is, it's what I stand for, it's what I advocate for, it's how I live my life. I walk through this life being a queer Asian woman. And I think all of the challenges that I've had in my life, being rejected, I am who I am because of that. And I'm so proud, and I'm happy and grateful for the challenges because of what I can offer in this lifetime, what I can offer to the world.
PBS PBS American Portrait is
a platform where people can go to in order to share their experiences.
I took a risk when
I was 18 and joined the Marine Corps.
And it's been an amazing journey ever since.
This project can help bring us together
to understand what it really means to be an American.
So join in.
Go to pbs.org/American
Portrait.
Join us and be a part of history.